Being in a rock band that makes original music in your 30s in this day and age isn't as easy than when I started doing this thing about 18 years ago. And the title might sound a bit silly, and I might sound like an old man, and maybe I am, but bear with me on this one.
You don't know what's going on, and I don't need to prove it. Guess there must be something wrong, it doesn't really move me. Live your life head in the sand, at least now you can sleep. Seems like you're not indie man, cause you never dig too deep.
That was part of the new music video about my band Nighthawker. I will have the entire video linked in the description down below. But at the end of April until the beginning of May, we went to the studio to record our second full-length album. We recorded all of it live except for the vocals and some of my guitar solos. But these days, going to the studio isn't a given for a band like us making their own music, especially not for an entire album. Simply because it's not easy to afford that, and a modern musician is expected or maybe even forced to be able to do everything themselves. And that's what we used to do as well. We recorded one full-length album and 3 EPs where we did everything except for the mastering ourselves. But we thought it was time for a next step, get into a different space, get some external help, and find our next level as a band.
We are social captives, home alone and on the phone. Is this all we're after? I think I might go home.
Now that we almost have our record in the can, we're still putting on the finishing touches, we still have to get it pressed on vinyl. And in order to do that, we started a crowdfunding, as it's the easiest way to process pre-orders in time to get the funds to get the record ready for our release show. If you would like to support that, the link to the crowdfunding is in the description down below, as well as our email address if you would like to order direct. I don't sell courses, books or merchandise, so if you like our music and would like to support this channel, this is the way you can do that. I'm a band member first, a YouTuber second. Anyway, things seem to be a lot easier back in the day, but what happened?
What's this place? I need some space. My face just booked itself. Put to the test, I need some rest, just to be myself.
Well, back in the day I was younger and had a lot less responsibilities, and so did my band members. But back in the second half of the zeros, bands were still a lot more mainstream and popular than they are now, and every weekend in every city there would be bands playing and people around my age would actually go to see them. Social interaction was different, musical culture was different. It was easier to get gigs and build your audience. Now me and my band members are at an age where we no longer fit the young talent category, which already closes some doors. And the landscape has totally changed, especially post-COVID. Venues have closed or booking bands like us has become a liability. And even though streaming has given us a bigger and easier platform to spread our music, it also totally saturated the market. And besides that, being in my 30s brings other life responsibilities than the go broke or go home attitude of my 20s. So, how do you survive? Passion, persistence, dedication, and discipline. I still have this fire burning inside of me. I need to make, record, perform, and share music with people. That's the whole reason I started this channel. You have to gain some traction, and once you get some momentum, you have to capitalize on that. I think there are still plenty of people out there that appreciate and enjoy a good band. It just takes more work with less results to get there. And you need to find the right people for your band with whom you share that musical passion and connection. Besides that, just keep going and enjoy the ride. In the upcoming months I will share more in-depth behind the scenes videos of these recordings in a few studio reports, but for now you will really help us out by pre-ordering the album. As I'm shooting this, we only have 2 weeks and 16% to go, so your help really means a lot to get us over the finish line. Let me know your thoughts and stories in the comments down below, and while you're down there, please help our crowdfunding. and like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I will see you next time.